What up, it's Ugly Buddy Niche, and I'm kicking it with my boys from Chop Top TV. It's big business.
My bro say we slime for sure. No, I ain't beefing with niggas, they hot in the house and these niggas be hoes. I tell her to keep it a G with a nigga, these hoes be lying the most. And no, I can't give you a feature, little nigga, he send me the bread, I go.
Chop Talk TV, this ain't that. Y'all know this big business, y'all know we ain't keeping no scope. Got my dog in here, the one and only Ugly Money Niche in the building. What up, gang?
What's going on? What's going on, man? Appreciate you having me.
Man, I appreciate you, man. How you been doing this 2022, big dog?
Blessed, man. Just keeping it chop top. You know, we doing big business.
Yeah, that's good.
Respect.
That's good, man. How was your 2021 last year, man? How last year was
2021 was a big year for us. We kind of founded this Ugly Money movement in 2020 during the pandemic. So 2021 was the year that I actually saw the plans that we had put in motion on 2020 come to fruition. You know, we finished construction on our 4,000 square foot media complex here in Atlanta. We did 2 tours in 2021. I signed some new artists. I got a couple of other more artists signed as well. So it was just a year of wins, a year of growth, a year of just a whole lot of ugly money shit. You know what I mean? Like, things really took off in 2021, and I know 2022 is going to be even bigger.
All right, that's what's up. That's good, man. How you come up with that name, Ugly Money Niche, man?
Funny story, man. I used to rap, and I was signed to 8 Baller MJG.
Oh yeah.
Shouts out Push Management. So I was assigned as a rapper, and my rap name was P Nice. And so when I finally decided to retire from rapping, I wanted to rebrand the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to just change up the whole marketing plan of myself, because I wanted to change directions. You know, I went from being an artist to a person that's going to help artists.
Right.
So I basically went from being a player to a coach.
Okay.
And so I got the ugly money part from my partner when I was in Iraq. I was in the war with my boy Dre. He had this song I always liked called Ugly Money. And we was actually recording in the war. We had a studio set up.
For real?
Yeah, man, it was crazy. Yeah, man, it was crazy, man. We had built like a 8x8 little shack recording records in the middle of the war. And he had this song called Ugly Money. And I always liked the song, you know what I'm saying? 5s and 10s, I'm counting all that ugly money, you know what I'm saying? Because, I think it embodies what my career was the fact of the matter is that, I had a bunch of little small wins, a bunch of small steps to get to where I was going, you know what I mean? And it wasn't always hundreds and 50s for me.
Right.
It was nickels, dimes, quarters, and saving those things up. But if you keep going, those things add up, you know what I mean? Those dollar bills end up adding up, and before you know it, you counting hundreds of thousands and hundreds of thousands. Absolutely. So that's where the term ugly money came from. And Niche, it's spelled niche because it's a niche of mine, it's a niche. My job is to help people. My job is to lead those that might need leadership. And that's just it's part of my niche. I feel like I finally found my niche. You know what I'm saying? As far as just helping independent artists, helping independent business owners and everyone, elevate their brands, elevate their careers to the next level. That's where I got the Ugly Money Niche from.
That's what's up, man. Where you from, big dog?
I'm an Army brat, so I'm from everywhere.
You from everywhere?
I'm from everywhere, but I claim Virginia by way of Augusta, and I'm Augusta. I'm Virginia raised, Augusta made, and Atlanta paid.
I was just gonna say, where you jump off that porch at where you earned 3 stripes at? That's in the A.
Man, Atlanta is. I definitely got to give Atlanta the credit for catapulting my career to the next level and catapulting my brand. It's an amazing city. I love it because it's a city where a black brother can get some money and nobody be too mad at him. You know how some other cities, they be mad at you and you start winning too much.
Yeah, absolutely.
In Atlanta, they kind of, we kind of keep it player to the point of, hey man, look, I'm too busy getting my own money to worry about what you got going on. So, shout out to Atlanta, man. My second home, and they treat me well. They treat me very well.
That's good, man. Do you still rap? Do you still do with the music?
I rap vicariously through my artists. I rap their lyrics when I'm singing along at their performances, man. I'm retired, man. You know what I'm saying? When I got to the point where more gray hairs was coming in, the black hairs, I knew it was time for me to go ahead and let it go. Right. And I thought I would be better served being a coach. You know what I mean? Sometimes people don't know when to get their ass out the game. And I knew it was my time when I didn't want to do, not that I couldn't do it, but I didn't want to do the things that was necessary for artists to do it. You know, anytime I don't want to go do promo or don't want to go to club and do the things that's needed to be successful as an artist, it's time for your ass to retire.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
That shit a lot of work.
No, facts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
and so man. So I'm done. You know, I do some writing. There's a couple of records I can't talk about, but a couple of records that I wrote that people heard. But you know, I still live vicariously through my artists. You know what I'm saying? When they up on stage, when I see like China Monai up there killing it, I just, you know, it feels like I'm up there.
Is China, is she the ugly money queen?
That's the first lady.
First lady.
First artist I ever signed, man.
Yeah.
Funny story. I don't know how I ended up signing her either. I was not in the business of signing an artist. I wasn't looking for no artist. I wasn't trying to sign no artist. And I met the young lady. We sat and had a meeting, just a real, you know, impromptu meeting or whatever. And I saw something in her. And then we started recording. We just started working. It was just real organic. You know what I'm saying? We just started working on some records, going to the studio. And then I remember it was like 2 months in. We had about 6-7 songs and 6-7 songs. And I'm like, man, wow. You know, I got this. You know, I had these people that wanted to work with. I'm like, hey, can you be at the studio in like 30 minutes? And she was like, nah, well, I'm at home, so it's gonna take me about 3 hours. And I was like, what you mean you at home and it take you 3 hours? You've been pulling up to my studio for the past 2 months. You mean you've been driving 3 hours?
All right.
China Monai was living all the way in Albany, Georgia. It was over a 2.5 hour drive to Atlanta. I mean, but it was just the fact of the matter is that she wanted it so bad that I never even noticed that she was coming that far. And then, you know, when I saw that, it just let me know that I had an artist that was willing to go as hard as I wanted to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because, you know, I can only go as hard as the artists go. But, you know, if the artists want to work every day, then I can work every day. But if the artists only want to work once a month, well, then I ain't going to be able to work once a month. Right. And I saw that with her, where she just really wanted to go hard and push, you know, just as hard as I did. And it inspired me to get behind her. So, you know, we signed China Monai. And, you know, our first video, we did 1 million views on Jet Ski, so, you know, we definitely very proud of that. Yeah, you know, it's not too many artists can say their first video out, they got 1 million views.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, facts.
Million ain't no easy walk in the park, you hear me?
That ain't no walk in the park.
Yeah, no, man.
Big China having some big motion.
That's what's up, man. What are the artists that you're working with on your team?
Well, the second artist we signed was an artist by the name of Street Baby Zay, and I just signed him because he was a good guy. You know what I'm saying? He was around when I was building my studio, and I was asking people for volunteers to come help me paint my studio. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy because the kid came. He didn't even know me. I didn't even know him. He came for like 2 weeks straight, and my contractor was telling me, she was like, yo, the Street Baby kid keeps on coming, you know, volunteering at the studio. And I'm like, man, I need to meet him because he's over here, you know, volunteering or whatever. It's not like black folks that just got down volunteer for some shit and not get paid, right? Yeah. So I met the kid or whatever. He didn't even come at me on no music shit or nothing. He was just like, bro, I believe in what you got going on, and I just want to be an asset. And that mentality made me want to definitely just, you know, bring him into the family or whatever. And then when I heard the music, it was a no-brainer. I'm like, there's no way in hell you got this kind of integrity and this kind of work ethic, and you got records like that. Yeah, and so, you know, the second artist we signed was Street Baby, and this last artist we just signed is D Jizzle. He's from Memphis. And he won the
town cranking up anyway. You know, they got a lot going on down there right now too.
Yeah, man. He from that north side. He from that North Memphis.
North Memphis, yeah.
And you know, he beat out. We did a whole tour last in 2021. We did a whole 50-city tour, and we did the Ugly Money Music Summit. Over 4,000 people there. This kid D Jizzle beat out 5,000 artists.
Dang.
5,000 artists. We went to 50 different cities. He beat out 5,000 artists and won that deal. I gave him $25,000 cash on the stage. And, you know, he's on tour with me right now. You know, we'll hear from him a little later. But the kid is just raw talent. He's a showstopper. Any room he comes into, you know, he electrifies the room. He can rock any room. Black, white, girl, guy. young,
that
old,
natural vibration.
they gonna gravitate to the kid. And when I saw him on stage for the first time, I saw it myself, and I wasn't even a judge, and I was just like, they better pick him. Luckily they did, you know, because I didn't know the kid from a can of paint, but luckily they did. We've been rocking ever since, and we looking forward to releasing his first record with Ugly Money real soon.
That's what's up, man. Have you did any big features with your artists?
Yeah, man. We China Monai's first single, Jet Ski, had Pap Chanel on there. You know what I'm saying? Pap's making a lot of noise. China's also worked with Remix Suede, the Remix God. Beans, greens, potatoes.
Yeah. I was just watching him the other day. Yeah.
So
little booty.
Yeah. And you know, it's funny. China and Murphy Lee got one that we in St. Louis. You know,
Murph Dirt,
and she's actually on his upcoming album. She'll be on Murphy Lee's upcoming album. So her and Murphy Lee got a record together. She's got a couple records with Asian A. You know, they just working. Trap Beckham, you know, Lil Booties Matter. You know, so you know, all the artists, and that's what our company's about. Our company's about putting in that work and putting in that grind. And so yeah, man, we've been moving around.